Hello, Hojoz here, and welcome back to the Cedara Fight Competition Season 4, Episode 9. And today is going to be a huge episode, like absolutely huge. It's 1 hour and 2 minutes. That's huge. Anyway, today Sparrowhawk by Cedara will battle the DU11 BOK15 by Dendon92, and the HE Dory Mark D1, Mark 4D1 by me will battle the DU4B by Dendon92. One thing's for sure, it'll all be worth it in the end. The long wait, it'll all be worth it. I feel like that describes this episode the best. Let's go to the runway, where I have a very important thing to tell you. And now that you know the matchups, I have a special announcement to make, because today, Tuesday the 22nd of January 2019, there is snow in the Netherlands, and it's falling in daytime. We don't see it that often. It's special to us. Don't judge us, please. We just don't get a lot of snow anymore. We really don't. Especially like the 2-3 centimeters we have here now. At least that's my estimate. That is pretty cool. Pun intended. As well, first battle of semi-finals, DU11 versus Sparrowhawk. I'll have to make a prediction. And my prediction is that the DU11 beats the Sparrowhawk. Not easily, but it beats the Sparrowhawk. That is my expectations. That's my expectation. Wow, I'm really messing up today. But as we know from oh so long ago, sometimes a surprise can be made, and sometimes the craft that you do not expect to win wins. With that out of the way, it's time to start the match. It is time to hear the loudest, or well, nearly loudest plane in the entire competition take off. And then the Sparrowhawks lagging behind a bit because they have only 4 engines. And the DU11 has like 10. So it makes sense that the Sparrowhawks lagging behind on the initial takeoff. However, initial takeoffs from my experience with BDAC do not have a lot of effect. Especially if it means that both planes are at the same altitude. You have an effect who takes off first as it's time to turn towards each other. It is the DU11 here. Doubting a little bit whether it should turn on the Sparrowhawks or whether it shouldn't. Which, well, that could be an advantage to the DU11s because now they're spread out a little bit. As compared to the Sparrowhawks, who are still flying beside each other. And from my experience, spreading out on your planes is a large advantage because it forces 2 planes to engage one of your plane. It means that, well, your wingman can take them out pretty easily. As the initial counter is now gone, there have been no hits from as far as I can see, and it is the DU11 that has successfully turned on the Sparrowhawks. It will fire in a moment now. It has fired, and it is no damage on that Sparrowhawk as of yet. And the DU11 not firing on the Sparrowhawk wingman there. However, its superior turn rate ensures that it can get on the back of the Sparrowhawk and fire guns nonetheless at some roughly 200 to 300 meters range. That is pretty epic. As wow, this is so much for turn 5 that I can't really see what is actually going on. It is one of the Sparrowhawks on the back of this DU11, and as I said, Sparrowhawks wouldn't go down without a fight, and they're proving myself right. As the Sparrowhawk is trying to do something on the DU11. However, it is spiraling out of control at the moment. I haven't seen that before on the Sparrowhawk, and it has taken damage there. So it only makes sense that Sparrowhawk was firing out of control. It is a effective 2v1 there for a second. I thought it was a effective 2v1 on that one single Sparrowhawk. However, it turned out to not be true, as one of the DU-11s grazes the water and one of the Sparrowhawks crashes into the water. It is now a 2v1 advantage for the DU-11, and thus it should be a victory. As the Vulcans fire on Sparrowhawk, and the Sparrowhawk experiences something which it has never experienced before, which is defeat. As there, some damage on Sparrowhawk is done. It is pretty much one side of the Sparrowhawk taken out there. Surely it can't really survive for much longer, but there it's actually a DU-11 into the ground. I really didn't expect that one. Attitude settings obviously made for when it is the superior craft towards another. As it's actually the damaged Sparrowhawk getting on the back of the DU-11. Can it do something with its one remaining Vulcan? It doesn't look like it, and it'll be the DU-11 turning back on the Sparrowhawk, firing the guns, and surely it's over for the once mighty Sparrowhawk. The once mighty submission by Cedara as it finally loses one of its well, frontal beams, as I would call it. It is, however, still desperately making an attempt to fight the DU-11 at all costs. And it's not going to make it now, is it? I really don't think that it can make it. However, it is surviving pretty well here. And it's turning on the DU-11. It is firing the single Vulcan. And it can't quite get back on the tail of the DU-11. Now can it? Yeah, it just has the inferior maneuverability here. The DU-11 gets on pretty much the front of the Sparrowhawk there. However, neither party seems to actually be gunning each other down. As it's actually the DU-11 running out of fuel here. It could be a Sparrowhawk victory based on the fact that the DU-11 ran out of fuel. However, that would mean that the DU-11 misses its final shots before running out of fuel, which I honestly doubt that the DU-11 will miss its final shots before running out of fuel. However, Sparrowhawk is still proving that it wants to fight, and it wants to fight this DU-11 hard. Come on, man. A damaged Sparrowhawk. I thought for sure the DU-11 had it in the bag, but then one of the DU-11s crashed, and the Sparrowhawk remained in the air despite its damage. Sparrowhawk proving quite resilient to the DU-11 here. Surely now, yes, there it is. It is the Sparrowhawk taken out. However, it shouldn't have taken any longer, because the DU-11 right here, right now, ran out of fuel. It is a narrow victory for the DU-11. Perhaps, if the Sparrowhawk can extend the next battle by a little bit, it'll be it having victory over the DU-11s. However, for now, it is a DU-11 1-0 advantage. As it's time to go on board with the Sparrowhawks and see how they perform in the initial encounter. It'll be interesting to see. As we have loaded up here, it is time for Jolly Roger Aerospace to comment on my voice crack, or at least my out of control voice, as he did last episode. Now, it is time to start the competition, of course, as the DU-11s and Sparrowhawks take off. Of course, the DU-11s have taken off long before Sparrowhawks. The second battle then. Will the Sparrowhawk snatch defeat? Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat this time? Or will the DU-11 simply fail to do damage to Sparrowhawk at all? Or just will the DU-11 have a victory? We can only tell when the planes turn on each other, get in engagement range, and get firing. As Trump would so much like that. You're fired. No, we're heading towards each other now. Just 3 kilometers in it, and the guns fire on the Sparrowhawk. Sparrowhawk perhaps again suffering from the third Falcon not being mounted in the center and the noticeable absence of a third Falcon, which, to be honest, I would put a third Falcon on the Sparrowhawk. However, I'm not the designer of it, as the Sparrowhawk is trying to get on the DU-11's tail, and it has now. However, it has to dodge head-on from the DU-11's wingman, and thus the DU-11 can have free reign over the Sparrowhawk teammate for a little bit. However, now it has stands a chance a little bit, although front beam has been shot off by the DU-11's accurate gunfire now. However, it won't go down without a fight. However, it will go down. As you have seen right there, it was both DU-11s concentrating on one Sparrowhawk that eventually doomed one of the Sparrowhawks, as now the other Sparrowhawk has to avoid DU-11 fire, and I don't think that it will for much longer. Did I hear an explosion there? I think I did. It's a slight bit unstable now. Can't see what it hit. I will have to assume that it hit something right there, but not anything that I can visually check. As DU-11 once again firing on Sparrowhawk, it lights it up. Sure, firing short a little bit of that Sparrowhawk. However, surely it will only be a matter of time before the Sparrowhawk gets taken out. As to be honest, the Sparrowhawk is a slight bit slow compared to the DU-11 in turns. You can actually visually see that, which you can't really see a speed disadvantage all that much, unless it's very, very apparent. So there, the speed advantage only gets worsened by it losing 2 engines, and now the weapon manager and AI pilot. Let's see what remains of the Sparrowhawk here. Yeah, it pretty much got cockpit sniped. As it is at 2-0 for the DU-11 this time. However, it was so much easier for the DU-11s. And that just pretty much proves that the DU-11 is superior to the Sparrowhawk, and that the 92 is a very, very good craft designer. However, credit goes out to Cedara for actually making it to the semi-finals with one of his craft. And why am I commentating as if it has already been concluded? It could actually be the Sparrowhawk killing the DU-11, either by running it into the ground, as the DU-11 has been prone to doing early in the episode, or by simply getting it down. It doesn't have the maneuverability advantage, but somehow the Sparrowhawk still can do something, still can put the fight up to the DU-11. I am confident of that. It will obviously try to battle the DU-11, just like the Cheeky did to, I think, the same Sparrowhawk here. My cards will show if that's true. Competition starting, perhaps for the final time for the Sparrowhawk, or perhaps for the first of its victories, as we are nearing engagement range. It is only 5 kilometers between them. 4 and closing. It is 3 kilometers left. And there the guns fire on the Sparrowhawks. And they obviously go down on the DU-11 as well. or DU11 avoiding Sparrowhawk fire, which will then of course free it up to get on the Sparrowhawk's tail earlier here. Although that wouldn't really matter because the DU11's here maneuverability and of course acceleration is way superior to pretty much any craft in this competition. Although acceleration might be bested on acceleration by the Idori. I've never tested that, but perhaps we'll get a chance of testing that. Perhaps we'll get a chance of seeing it today actually. If the battle is quick, if the Sparrowhawk suffering gets doesn't get too hard here for the Sparrowhawk. Yeah, which it pretty much looks like. Oh, that's quite the damage on the Sparrowhawk there. Don't think that it'll be recovering from that. And it'll surely be a defeat for the Sparrowhawk swimman here. As is DU11 wasn't be superior, but perhaps a slight bit undefeated today. As it could have concluded that first battle decisively if it didn't run out of fuel. And if it didn't crash, as there the damage on the second Sparrowhawk becomes apparent. More explosions happen, I think. And it is just one engine gone, one yaw control surface, and one air intake. That's all the damage on Sparrowhawk. However, this Sparrowhawk is suffering more, having a top speed of just 100 meters per second. If you don't call that suffering, I don't know what you would, because this is slower than anything that's competing in PFC 9. The prop competition, the propeller fighter competition, okay? That's slower than a propeller fighter, as this Sparrowhawk is taking quite significant damage, is struggling to keep it under control, and surely it is the DU11 reigning supreme over the Sparrowhawk here. It's just a matter of time before that cockpit, weapon manager and AI get shut off. And as for this other Sparrowhawk, well, it's still flying, and that's pretty much it. It can't really compete anymore. As DU11 fire. Yeah, more lighting up, more hits, but no explosions as of yet. However, it may just be the Sparrowhawk crashing into the ground all on its own there. As the front boom is entirely separated from the Sparrowhawk now. It is just slowly getting eaten up by the DU11, which is suffering. It just is suffering to be just very slowly eaten up by your enemy. As it is just one engine, a cockpit, weapon manager. It's just gonna fly on power. It's not giving up without a fight, this one is. There are no wings. Most of the plane is gone and there's no offensive capability, but heckle, so I can still fly, said the Sparrowhawk, as it spins out of control. That's lovely to see. Very survivable, this one, if it doesn't get hit in the cockpit. As you can see, just the cockpit remaining on this Sparrowhawk. There's Sparrowhawk very close to the ground, surely won't make it. And it is a free meal for the vastly superior DU4B. I'm sorry, DU11 BLK15. Next up will be the DU11 4B against my HC Idori Mark 41. Which predictions? I think the Idori stands a chance, although the U4B probably has the maneuverability advantage. Yeah, we'll just have to see, because I think it's going to be another close one. Well, one thing for sure, clip ends here, and we'll have to move on to the next one. And now, with everything set up, it is the Idori battling the DU4B, and it is pretty much a maneuver fight. Because, if I have to be honest, Cow 8's probably superior to the Vulcans. Although, not in weight probably. As I said before, I think it will be a very, very close match. But to predict who will win, I of course have an Idori bias. But biases, in my case, always mean that I ignore the bias and go completely counter bias. AKA, I'd say the DU4B would win because I'm biased towards the Idori, which makes this one very hard to call for me. However, if it comes down to making noise, the Idori will surely win. It is time to start the competition. It is time to see which plane is superior. It is time to see which plane will make it into the final. And if I have to be honest, I'd be very, very proud of myself if I get to the final. I mean, obviously, the DU11 is no match for the Idori. I don't think it's a match for the Idori, because the Idori will surely suffer from the issue of not being able to roll enough, as apparently I forgot to spacebar the DU4Bs. My excuse is I guess I'm nervous for this battle. But yeah, as I said, the DU11 would wreck this one every day, any day of the week. DU4B, however, it's always a plane I underestimate, but it's a plane worth considering nonetheless. It's a plane that has showed its worth since it is in the semi-finals. Perhaps it's not the plane that's superior. Perhaps I stand a fair chance. We are of course taking the first deal for the year. I mean, I would honestly like to think there's a chance. Because same as the Sparrowhawk versus the DU11 earlier, it'll resist. Both will resist dying. I'm sure both will resist dying. But who is the best on the offensive capabilities? Who's the best on the maneuvering? And if you know the Idori's underroll, I've always said it's going to bite itself in the ass one time. And every time it has fought up until now, it hasn't bit it in the ass yet. And thus maybe the biting in the ass happened today. Because again, I'm control issues. I can't see this going to the final without control issues, as the cows begin to fire on the DU4Bs, and the DU4Bs fire their Vulcans. The Idoris. Yeah, this is just roll issues galore. I really have to fix that in the next version of the Idori. It goes up. It can actually fire on the DU4B. And that's pretty much what I expected. I expected it to put up a fight. Expected both to put up a fight, and they are doing so. Just this one has to accelerate now from the DU4B, which I know you can accelerate. You shouldn't maneuver really. Because I know you have the acceleration advantage. Idori's wingman here, coming in to help. Doesn't really look like it's going to do much. Very, very close range, Gao fire, and there's nothing. Ah. Just be better on the aim, and you would have this one in the bag already. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, the DU4B is behind, and there's damage. And I think it's one of the engines, because I can see all the... it's also still... Oh, it's actually a fourth of the wing gone here, and it's into the ground. It couldn't handle it because underroll issues. Finally, Idori then, as I said, the DU4B doesn't have an underroll issue. The Idori has, and it will come back to hunt it into the ass. Come back to bite it in the ass. Issues there. Has a slight bit of damage on the Idori, and as we know, pretty much this Idori can pretty much sustain no damage at all. as you can already see, because again, underroll. The U4B is just really decimating the Idori here actually. However, Idori did put up a fight. As I said, however, aim. Please do off the aiming of. Yeah, please do an aim. It can't aim. The U4B is again firing on the Idori. And this is just spinning. This is space climbing and spinning at the same time. It of course has the climb rate advantage over the DU4Bs, and it should be exploiting that. However, BDAC AI doesn't like exploiting the energy advantage here. It does have to try something. It can't get itself out of the situation by just simply space climbing. And it can't get itself out of the situation by taking damage either. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot of damage there. That's a lot of the damage of. Yeah, that's not going to survive, now is it? However, it's trying to survive. You can see that. Yeah, it just had to try something, and the something that it tried, it couldn't fulfill because BDAC likes maneuvering more than energy fighting. Although this isn't an energy fighter per se. It's just getting turned up real slowly, just like the Sparrowhawk got from the U11s. Just look at the skeleton of the Idori here. There's a skeleton left. However, it is still flying. Because it's space climbed, it's going to take a while before this one's hitting the ground. Maybe it's even going to run the DU4Bs out of fuel. I would find that very hilarious if it could win based on fuel, despite being completely and utterly decimated this entire round. I would really find it funny. It just has one engine left, doesn't it? One or two, yeah, just two left. It's still flying. Don't mind me. I'm gonna take all of this damage. I'm going to accept the punishment. I'm going to have giant issues controlling myself. But if the DU4B runs out of fuel before I do, it doesn't matter because I win anyway. I like your thinking, Idori. I'm afraid that thinking isn't going to get you far because it's probably going to be you who hits the ground first. This is going to be a question of who hits the ground first, despite the Idori being completely and utterly decimated. The space climbing aiding it! Space climbing aiding it! Who would have thought? I want to fly on board one of these DU4Bs and see how long it will take until they run out of fuel, because that's going to be a very deciding factor, isn't it? Here. Idori just spinning out on the pretty much on the thinking of, you can't hit me if I'm spinning out, because yeah, you can't hit something when it spins out. And it is going to be DU4B. Ever still going to take a while here, and it's out of fuel. And the other one is out of fuel. Well then, Idori, you're going to have to spin for a slight bit longer. Because if the DU4Bs can crash into the ground first, you pretty much have to win. Although I doubt that, because the DU4B has a lot of wing surface. I honestly don't think that the DU4B is going to have an issue with not being able to stay in the air for long enough. Although the wing surface could mean that it stalls. And the pulling down isn't going to help either. 1500, 999, and this one's going to stall. And yeah, both are still above the Idori. So I think it's going to be the Idori crashing into the ground first. Although if you do that, the U4B, it's going to be another question. No, it's now above the Idori again. Yeah, it is going to be the Idori just smashing into the ground first, isn't it? Although, now it's just going to be smashing into the ground first here. Spinning out. proving that it couldn't quite hold the craft in the air for quite long enough, or sustain the damage. Below 100 meters, right about now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's dead. Quite a long match, and it's a 1-0 from the DU4B. However, DU4B's ran out of fuel. And then the wing surfaces, of course, helping it with the gliding and staying in the air. As compared to the Idori, just damage. Idori, do you have damage? Yes, of course I have. I have very, very apparent damage. Can't you see? Yes, I can see now. I can see now. Well then, second round, DU4B, 1-0 advantage. My suspicions becoming very, very apparent and becoming very, very true. Under roll on the Dory proving fatal. And likeness of the DU4B, of course, helping it in acceleration. Come on, mate. Was that intentional? Is this interesting tactics from the DU4B? Is this going to be the deciding factor? We'll have to find out in the next episode. No, I'm not an asshole. Okay then. Yeah. DU4B is a good design, but it's flawed. No, the Idori, mate, the Idori. The Idori is a good design, but it's flawed. And well, if Thunder 92 managed to take me out, Thunder 92 wins the competition, and the final is pretty much not necessary. Unless you want to see the final, in which case, let me know in the comments. I will read them. But I don't think a final is going to be necessary if the DU4B wins. Guns blazing. It is the DU4B going in for a fight. It is the DU4B. It is the Idori hoping that it can take out some of the DU4B in time, because it was on the back of the DU4B. But well, if you're going to take such a flight path, of course you're not going to be anymore. Nice bottle job. Oh, it's damage on the DU4B wingman. It's damage on the DU4B wingman. It's taking damage. It's getting torn apart by the Idori. One DU4B less, and the other one is lighting up too. It is getting tense. I thought for sure the DU4B could win something here. Could win the match with a 3-0, but it doesn't look like it. It is a comeback. A lovely comeback from the Idori. And do I love my comebacks. Both the Idori is now behind on the DU4B, although the Idori wingman there not proving to do anything. Ooh, it's actually the DU4B being superior on the maneuverability. It fire slide a little bit there on the Idori's wingman. However, if one of the DU4Bs has quite severe damage and is tumbling towards the ground, I honestly doubt that the DU4B is going to survive a 2v1. No hits. No hits. Oh, can it do something? Can it pull it out of the back? Can the Idori do something, please? It would be the first time that one of my creations is in a final of a fighter competition. I would so like that. The apparent bias is apparent, isn't it? Oh, it's a mid-air collision. And it's the Idori just not caring. It doesn't take any damage. Oh, that's so funny. It's a mid-air collision and explosions everywhere. That was quite the action-packed takeout. Idori makes it 1-1. Idori makes it 1-1. Dory makes 1-1. Oh, Plox. Oh, Plox, could you do it? Plox. I'd be very happy with my creation. Getting somewhere. Meaning something. And all the effort meaning something. 1-1. It is close. Whoa. 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 Oh no. Don't mind me, I'm just going insane here. You don't know how much it would mean to me if the Dory gets into the finals. Much less if the Dory just wins the competition. Come on, man. If the Dory wins the competition, I'd have beaten Dundon 92. I'd have beaten Dundon 92. I'd have beaten Jolly Roger Aerospace. I'd have beaten Senair. I'd have beaten, well, Random Use Scenario isn't quite the competitive entry, and Crispy Nugget really isn't either, and the Kalis Max Byte combination wasn't really either. Come on, man! I beat an ASC Forum competitor. If I can pull it out of the bag, I'd have beaten an ASC Forum competitor. And my god, would that be so awesome. They've turned, and they're going in for the kills. And only a fraction of 2 planes will come out alive. It is the Idori firing and promptly dodging. It is the Idori taking the safe approach. It is the Idori wanting to get away. Maybe because it knows that it has a slight disadvantage here. Although it is turning back on the U4Bs. It's going to have a head on there from the U4B's wingman here, right? And that's not going to mean anything. Meanwhile, the other Idori, I thought it was changed. The U4B, where have you gone? Yes, hello, the U4B. I would not like the killings of. I would very much not like being killed. Idori's wingman is on the back of the U4B, taking care of the thread, and it is firing. However, from the... where? Oh, it's still the other U4B that's being assaulted by an Idori. Oh, the Idori has gone off the U4B. Okay then, AI, nice bottle job there. Did I say bottle job? Yes, I did. Which now makes the Idori have damage. There's the other. Oh, so it's also being chased by the U4B. What happened here? Okay, well then, damage the Dory. You're going to have to outrun the U4B. However, there's not going to be any tactics that prevents you from taking the defeat here. Well, unless you space climb, take out everything except the skeleton and die, and hope that the U4Bs run out of fuel. Which it looks like that's going to be one of those battles. It's actually now 10 kilometers away from this wingman. Mate. I mean, I get that you don't think that your wingman is necessary here, but mate, your wingman is necessary here. Don't do that. You're going to have to pull up. And that's what's going to happen. Exactly. Why did the AI do that? Oh, it wouldn't be a classic Hojoz CFC episode without complaining about the AI doing it. Now, well, if the Idori can score a local victory here, it might just be able to stand a chance against the remaining U4B. However, there's no wingman to support him, so he's going to die. So, Idori, are you going to space climb again? It's not going to space climb. Because space climbing and making the 4Bs run out of fuel before you do is your only hope here. Let's see how the U4Bs are doing on the fuel. It's quite a lot of fuel still there. I'd say about a minute, 2, 3 max. fuel there. Come on, how is it not hitting here? You can just see the bullet spray from the Vulcans. It's not hitting. How is it not hitting? And by the way, first of all, how is the DU4B that was 10 kilometers away from this Idori come back? And then second of all, how is the Idori dodging the DU4B fire? I mean, I don't know. It shouldn't be. The DU4B should be more accurate than this. They have proven to be more accurate than this. Although, if the Idori can sustain this, again, it would be the DU4B is running out of fuel and it have pretty much being a tactical victory as compared to, well, an obvious victory. Still no hits. Yeah, there goes something. It's one of the waves. So, mind staying in the air a bit here, so you're not going to very well if you get like below 900 meters, as we've seen before. Okay, you can also just spin out at 800 meters. Yeah, that's very smart of you, and then just lose. Oh, thanks, you fixed the damage. Thanks, idiots, you fixed the damage. Now I can fight. Now we can fight again. You fixed my damage. Now I don't have roll issues anymore. I very much appreciated the U4Bs. Thumbs up to y'all. Now if you would just run out of fuel and crash into the ground before I do, I very much appreciate it. Whoa, hold on a second there. Was that the Idori standing a chance by firing its guns? It was. Whoa. Does it have a chance of a conventional victory? Oh, they're so close to running out of fuel. Just sustain a little bit more and you can pick them off. Come on, man. Tactical victory. Just fuel your damn planes up next time. Come on, do the tactical. Yeah, that's one of them. Come on. It's not quite the other running out of fuel. It actually has some fuel left. 2 units. 2 units left in the other DU4B before it runs out of fuel. But goddamn, man. Okay, so now everyone's going to run out of fuel, right? Because the Idori is not long for its fuel world either. Oh, come on. Tactical victory, peeps. I can tactics this. Then the 92 outsmarted by tactics. Oh, it's actually now the Idori, of course, running out of fuel too. 100 meters. Oh no, this still has fuel. I thought the smoke trail disappeared. It doesn't have fuel anymore. I thought that was the Idori with more damage. I saw some proofs. Proofs have not done anything. However, the fuel has made sure that the 4B has the attitude advantage here. So I do not expect the Idori to crash out last. Well, if you're going to do that, and that, mate, is then the 92 gifting me a win here? No, because this has actually managed to pull up to 900. Yeah, and I can't pull up. I can't sustain my gliding. And they can. Yeah. It's just a matter of who has the most wing, isn't it? 960, 961, 960. It's actually still climbing. This one was climbing without fuel. Wow. Yeah, you just wasted a bunch of energy going after me there. That wasn't smart. Below 400. Below 400 here. Come on, DU4B. Oh, Is that actually going to pass in front of the guns of the Idori? That would be funny. No, it's just I think that's going to be the 4B crashing last here. First off, it's going to be this DU4B, boom, and then it's going to be my Dory, and that's going to be the other DU4B. That's how it is going to go. So that would be a 2-1 advantage for the DU4B on fuel. Oh boy. Who would have thought that this would come down on fuel? Yeah, it pretty much comes down on fuel every time the Idori gets wrecked. Yeah, and it's going to be the Idori into the ocean first. Minimal damage though. And that's the 2-1 for the 4Bs. Sorted. Will I be able to make a 2-2? Or am I done? Am I dead? I'm pressing F9 for like a minute there. It's probably going to be dead. It's probably going to be dead. Also, this episode's going to last an hour if we have still 2 matches remaining. Which reputation of this fight is going to be 2 matches remaining. However, there seems to be a apparent camera disadvantage if I go on board with the Idori or with the DU4B, which is sad because camera disadvantage is always sad. However, this has been an interesting battle, regardless. And because it's been the DU4Bs pretty much winning because they have more wing surface compared to their weight. And that's why they can glide better. And that's why they constantly win when everyone runs out of fuel. They should start. Well, excitement dimmed down now that the 4B is on advantage again. However, maybe the Idori can pull something out of the bag here. As we're closing. Closing hard, closing fast. Because the Idori has top speed of like 400 meters per second, I believe. With 2 Gauss. With like super heavy, right? That's pretty cool. Well, initial engagement shows no hits. And it's Idori's turning on this 4B, and it's actually one of the Idoris already firing on the 4B. It was a hit sound there, it was more hits, it's lighting up. Although it should be exploding something really, because if you don't explode something, you're going to die. And well, the acceleration advantage proved to be a disadvantage there. As the other Idori is actually now trying to gun down the other 4B. It is 2 4Bs on 1 Idori, this can only end badly. Someone made a mistake. Yeah, I saw something laid up there. So yeah, it's pretty much the fact that the Idori can accelerate better that is putting it down here. That's funny, because, come on man, the underhold should be the disadvantage here. W the fuck? Oh no, demonetization because YouTube. DU4B, I heard some hits on the Idori, so the wing surface must be close to dying. Although if this DU4B is close to dying, that's not going to matter. And this DU4B has a slight bit of light in it. Ooh, was that a hit? I think it hit something there. Although could be without any damage, and that's one of the 4Bs down, which should free up the other Idori. 2v1 should be very obvious who wins here, although 4B could pull something out of the bag because of maneuverability. But no, it was a little bit of a hit there from Idori's. One of the Idoris there. Actually, if it could hang back on 4B, that would be nice. And both the Idoris have chosen to fly away from the 4B. Yeah, that's going to aid your situation here. I mean, if you want to draw it on fuel again, sure. But that's not going to happen. Other Idori. Your wingman needs some support here. And that comes. The Idori support is coming in, and it's coming in hard. No engine. And there's most one wing gone. And yeah, that should be the 4B pretty much down and out here. And it's a 2-2. Boy, are these planes not going down without a fight. I love planes not going down without a fight. I so love planes not going down without a fight. However, it's the camera deciding the match, and because I was on board with the Idori first, it's going to be the Idori losing with a 3-2. That's what I reckon. And that's what's probably going to happen. And that's going to be quite sad, because, I mean, if the camera decides the battle, that's sad. That's sad. It's quite honestly sad. So did I just say honestly instead of honestly? I say honestly if I mean it funny as a funny phrase in Dutch, because honestly it's not a word in Dutch, but I was pronouncing it Dutch-like. Final match then, either way. After this, final contestant. Oh boy. It's going to be decided in this 9th episode of the 4th season of Cedara Fight Competition. The 2nd round with the 5th match. Can I win it? Or will the Idori bottle it? We'll have to find out. One thing is for sure though. I have thoroughly enjoyed the Idori. And the fact that I know that's what's wrong with it, that makes me so happy. Because if I know what's wrong with it, I can fix it. And if I can fix it, it's prevented next time. And if it's prevented next time, it's better. And if it's better, it can be the CFC Season 5 winner. Who knows? Final turn for one of these planes. Final engagement for one of these planes about to come up. Final words put in before they engage. As the Gauss fire, the Vulcans fire, and it is the Idori looping round. The 4Bs and choosing to maneuver wrongly there. Although if it can hit the DU4B here, it'll have all the are you firing on your teammate here? No, it's just put a drop off. Don't worry about it, it's just put a drop off. It's suffering damage, and it pulled out before it could do any damage on the 4B. Well, that's this battle concluded. The DU4B wins, because as we've seen, the Idori can't recover from the DU4B being on its 6. It can't. It just can't, although it will try. It will try, it'll shake around, and it'll try, and it'll shake around. And it will try. But it's probably going to lead to nothing. And that's the C, Dory. Did you see Dory that? Did you see what I did there? I probably did. And it was a bad pun. Okay, then 2v1 for this Idori. It's going to have to hold them off for a little bit here until the other Idori can return. Oh, no, it's actually not a 2v1 because the other 4B has decided to chase the other Idori. And it's going to be the Idori putting an effort in there. It's going to be the Idori trying hard to win from 4Bs. However, I don't think that it's going to happen. As I said, we'll put up a fight. As I said, probably going to take damage. As I said, can't sustain damage. As I said, the 4B wins. Although this one's proving to have maybe even a turn advantage at 4B. It is dragging it on, bro. Oh, it's actually fine on the 4B. Can it do damage? Can it take it out? It doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. Bullets came close though. Bullets came close. Maybe that can mean something for it next time. And it's now closer than ever, if you ask me. It is closer than ever because the 4B does not seem to do any damage. Although I probably changed it there. And the Idori is doing the work to get on the 4B's tail, fire the guns, and possibly win. It's going to form a death train. It hits something, however it doesn't explode anything. Therefore hits do not count. It will try again. B, C, D, F, G, H, I, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. I will have to do that every time I say because Dutch alphabet. Oh! 4B out, isn't it? 4B out. Surely. Oh, it took damage there. It's now unstable on the wings slightly a little bitty. Oh. Oh. Oh, heart is racing. Can confirm heart is racing. Can confirm Idori stands a chance. Can confirm wants to win. Oh. 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 Ooh. Please just do it. Please just show that Gowaids deserve a place in the final. Please, for my sanity, finish him off. No, just not. It couldn't quite get the turn on there. Apologies for my commentaries just being ass right now, but I want to win. However, I don't think it's possible. However, the Idoris proved that it was possibly possible. However, it's plausible. Oh, just please. Oh, just please. No. Okay, all hope is gone. Yeah, all hope is gone. But I'm going to die. All hope is gone. I'm going to die. Okay, then I'll have to accept my fate. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the 4B win. Thanks for the 4B seeing sustain. Oh, it ran out of fuel. Oh, it. Oh. I can't explain my happiness right now. I can't explain my happiness. I can't. Ragazzi! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! No! Grazie ragazzi! Yes! Finals! Finals for me! It's the final for me! Yes! It's the yes! Papa bless you, Dory! Papa bless you, Dory! Oh my! But did I just celebrate too soon? I'm going to need a pro, oh my. Oh my. Finally have the chance to win a final competition though. I can't say that I'm not happy with that. Oh my. Just keep it going. Just see out there, so please. Get in there. Get in there either way. Just I am not content. I'm just so overwhelmed to find a winning competition. I mean, I had an orgasm. Oh, please don't do this to me. Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't do this to me. Oh, please don't do this to me. Oh, thank you. I mean, I had an orgasm when Amanda pulled it back and went to morphied. I can't describe. I cannot describe. I cannot believe. 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 I cannot. I cannot announce that this is going to be an outro. I would so like to see the finals. And I so apologize for my biased commentary here. Bureaucratic. Nice Bob, guys. Or well, I might just put the Italian anthem in. Or the Dutch anthem. I cannot describe.